in partnership with CommSec.
All right, let's get to Tom Piotrowski. Good morning to you, Tom.
Pete, good morning to you.
What's on your mind today?
Well, I suppose the contrast between the conversation at the start of the week and where we are now in relation to the markets. You might recall there was some rather high-pitched conversations about the sustainability of government borrowings, be it in Europe or the United States. We saw long-term interest rates moving higher, but here we are several days later, and it's a vastly different proposition. We've seen short-term interest rates in particular fall to their lowest levels in a year. Investors are now fixated on the prospect of more rate cuts from the US Central Bank in particular. It comes at the hands of several reports overnight that highlighted a softening employment market. And you might recall a couple of weeks ago, the US Federal Reserve Chairman Jackson Hole spoke about the pivot towards focusing on preserving the dividend in the employment market following recent years of strength. So that has just consolidated the belief that rate cuts are coming for the US market. That's what saw the S&P 500 hit a new record high last night, up by 0.8% at the end of the day. The Nasdaq was up by about 1%, and we had the Dow Jones up by 0.75%. So an interesting session tonight, Pete, in the US with the non-farm payrolls figures, the government report. This was a weak set of numbers a couple of months ago, and it resulted in the sacking of the head of the Bureau of Labour Statistics, but that's another story. So as far as the local picture is concerned today, the futures are pointing to a gain of around 0.6% for the ASX 200. We've seen oil prices drop away in the last couple of days. They've fallen by more than 5% since midweek. The reason for that is that this weekend there'll be a meeting of OPEC and allied producers, and there's a sense that they might actually increase supply. Previously, there was a suggestion they might just keep supply on hold. So that's why you've seen oil prices fall, down by another % last night. Gold continues to just edge away from the record highs that we saw midweek, down by around 0.25%, and the Aussie dollar is trading around 65 1/4 US cents.
All right, thank you so much, Tom.